So today I'm sharing a few things that I hope will help to end your year strong, and just some practical tips on the area of finances and money. So I shared last week about this conversation that I had with Jason that led us to talk about our life values and how we're spending, saving, and even talking about money. And it was a very challenging conversation in the moment because it's such an uncomfortable topic to bring up. And here I am bringing it up in the last 26 days. But I think that it's also a time in our year when spending gets really out of control. And so we have a spending hangover after the holidays. And I just want to bring some attention to this now, so you can become more aware before that whole spending spree and just not mindful spending happens around the holidays, and gift giving and going out with friends and opportunities to travel or celebrate or whatever, that after the fact, after it's spent or on your credit card, that you think, oh, maybe that wasn't a best way to spend my money. And so before we go into that, I want to just remind us that identifying our values in life is crucial for having a conversation with ourselves, with our partners, with our family about money. So really look at what are your values and start from there. And it might sound like they're unrelated. What I've come to find out, that it's actually the compass by which I really move forward in my life, is my values. So this time of the year tends to be a lot of seasonal or annual spending on gifts, on travel, on outfits for parties, and even party hosting and party planning. So there's a lot to be aware of as we're entering into these last days. So one habit that is really great to do on a quarterly basis, and if you've never done this, now is a great time to do it, but go through your bank statements, your credit card statements, and any other ways, maybe your PayPal accounts, and check to see if there's any subscriptions and recurring expenses that are automatically being withdrawn from your account. So that could be your Netflix account, it could be memberships, it could be subscriptions. Check all of that. Make a list of how often that's happening and how much that is monthly, quarterly, and then total it up for your annual. And just take a look and see if you want to continue these withdrawals or recurring expenses or subscriptions, or if you want to cancel them or make them less frequent. All of those are options. You can unsubscribe. There's often like a lower tier. You'll be surprised at how many things we said yes to in the moment that sounded really good, like I could really use that, and then now you're like, oh, maybe not. And then if you're married or you live with roommates or a partner, like see if you're doubling up on subscriptions. So no household needs more than one Netflix account. And a second way to end the year strong in the area of our finances is to incorporate a no-spend day. So that could be a Saturday or a Sunday. It could also be a weekday. And what that takes is some thought in terms of what do you usually spend on that day that might or could be bought or spent another day. And also, it has us think through sort of luxury buys, like buying a latte or taking a car share, Uber, Lyft, or Via, whatever you use. So sometimes we don't think about those expenses in the moment and how much they are. Sometimes we do, but to just plan on no spend, just to be aware of the no spending day. I remember when I first started to do this, so really be mindful about no spending for a day. And I've been doing this probably for most of 2018, and it has been a really interesting game changer for my life because one, I have to plan days that I'm either not going out to eat with people or taking a car share or something like that. I really rearranged my day. It's a little bit of a Sabbath, really. And it's been very great for me. And it's not always on the same day. So just thinking that through and just planning, like, what day can you not spend? And then this is also a time when we're reminded of connecting with people. And I'm all about connecting with people, as you know. And so I'm one to write cards and letters and all of the stationery and stamps that is involved in that. And I'm all for that. I wanted to share an alternative that I've been doing that really is very helpful and innovative and different. So a lot of people look at their phones as both crucial, but it's also seen by some people like this device of mass distraction. And I thought it was really interesting at one of Brendan Burchard's conferences. He said, this could be a device of mass distraction. It could also be your device of mass communication. And he shared this interesting way of using a phone that everyone is capable of and super simple. And what you do is instead of writing a text, typing out a text, take a quick video and say hello to whoever you're talking to. It serves two purposes. One, it gives someone something enjoyable to watch, and I think video is such, as I'm doing here, video is such a great dynamic way to interact with people and really express your feelings in a way that words on a screen cannot. It also just, makes it a little bit lighter, and you can just share a little bit differently in video. And then if some of you want to send your holiday greetings and sort of skip the cards, it's a very inexpensive way to record a video and then share it with your friends. I think some people actually prefer not getting the paper and the cards and all of that, but it's still like a photo and an interaction of you that they can experience. So it might be right for some people and not the way you want to communicate with other people, but it's a great option for really inexpensive ways of connecting and using your phone as a tool of mass connection. And then also in this time of the holidays, it's a easy time to do a lot of seasonal spending that we don't usually do. And depending on what your gift giving list is about, it might just be family. Sometimes we have clients, sometimes we have extended family that we feel either obligated or excited to give, but sometimes gifts do take some time and money and thought. And I wanted to just bring us back to the list that I actually brought up last week when Jason and I were talking about our money situation, that is our values. And if you can think about value-based gift giving, so thinking about what do you want to support in a person's life that is based on your values, and this idea that I shared last week too about communicating in such a way that that person feels understood. When you get a gift that you feel like, oh my God, this person so understands me, that is a very precious experience. So think about both what you want to support in terms of your values when you're giving to people. So if you value relationships and love, you might want to give gifts that are more experiences than things. So just really think about, what do people value in your lives? So again, gift giving based on values takes a little bit more time, but I encourage you to think about it. Like, this illumined life takes a little more time, takes a little bit more thought, but it also has us live from a deeper place and connect with people in a deeper way. So let's do this. Think about your values, think about how you're spending, choose some days of non-spending, consider different ways of connecting in terms of holiday greetings. So if you can do it by video or not paper or not paying for cards and stamps, that might be a nice save for you. And then also values-based gift giving. And you are living an illumined life.